I want to read it right now. Like, I want to turn off my camera, say goodbye to you guys, right, and start reading it. But I just don't. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Isabel and this is my library. In today's video, I bring you the I'll get to it later tag. I'd like to start today's video by thanking Michelle from Literary Me and Jackie from The Reading Wordsmith for both of them tagging me in this video. And I'm so excited for this video because I feel like the phrase I'll get to it later is something that is very familiar to most of us booktubers. So the whole point behind this tag is that we get so excited about all these different books that we want to read, and we start buying them, and we put holds on Libby, and we think we're prioritizing them, and we add them to our TBR piles, and we just kind of don't get to them. And we keep telling ourselves, I'll get to it later, I'll get to it later. And so the whole point of this tag is for us to go into our shelves and take some inventory and perhaps accountability as to what are these books that are still on our TBR that we've been dying to read, and we keep telling ourselves we'll just get to them later. So I'll go ahead and start off with question number 1, which is a classic book that you have been meaning to read forever but haven't yet. So a classic that I've had on my shelves for years and years and years is The House of Spirits by Isabel Allende. So I'm very familiar with this author. I have read from her before, and I am very familiar with this book. I have read some excerpts from this book. I have taught excerpts from this book. My mom is a huge fan of this book, and she's been trying to get me to read this forever, and I haven't because it's just one of those books that I feel I want to sit down and I want to patiently go through it, and I think I might want to teach it as well. So I'm always waiting for the right moment to sit down and annotate it and do a deep study and deep dive on this book, and it's just been on my shelves forever. And I really do think I need to prioritize it and get to it because she's a phenomenal writer. Question number 2 is a book on your shelf you haven't read yet. Excuse me? I have shelves and shelves of books I have not read. And I also have shelves and shelves of books I've read, but I don't know. So I looked at my shelves and I just pulled something from there that I haven't read yet, but I really want to read. And that is The Haunting of Velkwood by Gwendolyn Kist. And I've heard the best of things about this thriller. So many booktubers that I follow have read it and have loved it. And I feel like this is something I'm really, really going to like. It seems like it's just something that was kind of, supposed to have been read already for me. It says it's a suburban ghost story about a small town that trapped 3 young women who must confront the past if they're going to have a future. So it has something to do with like being trapped in like a particular time and space. Like it messes around with like location and space and time. And that's really all. I don't want to know more. I feel like this is one of those that if you go blindly, it's better. But yeah, this is something that's on my shelves that I haven't read that I definitely want to prioritize. The next one, question number 3, is a book you recently got that you haven't read yet. So I haven't hauled this yet. I actually have quite a few books to haul, believe it or not. So, and I'm staring at I was gonna say my little pile, but my big pile here on the floor. So I looked through it, something that you haven't seen before that I haven't hauled yet, and I picked this up. You'll see this in my next haul video, but I decided to go ahead and choose this one, and that is The Last Session by Julia Bartz. So I recently acquired this. I read from Julia Bartz the writing retreat, and I absolutely loved it. I loved the premise of the book. I love how she executed that. I enjoyed the character work. I love the topic, and I could not wait to pick up this new release of hers. I love this, by the way, how it has the psychiatric evaluation form like under here. This seems to be really, really good. It says, the tagline says, "Welcome to the Center for Relational Healing, where a weekend getaway will change your life for better or for worse." And again, I don't want to know more about this. I know it deals with like psychology, and it's like a catatonic patient or something. It kind of has vibes of The Silent Patient. But from my experience with Julia Bartz before, I loved her over the top writing. So I'm hoping this one is more of the same. Honestly, I haven't seen a lot of people talking about this, so I'm not really sure how it's doing. I'm not sure if people are loving it or not, but I'm super excited. So this is a recent add to my collection that I cannot wait to get my hands on. Question number 4, a book you've had forever that you haven't read yet. Well, there's a lot, but I decided to go with this one because this book has quite literally been on my shelves forever. Like, I have no idea how long. I'm thinking since it was released, this book has been on my shelves. And that is Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough. And I know what you're probably thinking, like, Isabel, aren't you like this big thriller reader? Like, what do you mean you haven't read arguably what people say is the thriller that has the biggest plot twist ever? That's all I know about this book. I have no idea what this book is about, but I have seen it countless times on people's best thrillers list or most unbelievable plot twists. And I don't know why I haven't read this yet. I feel like it's surreal that I have not read this. This is already like an old thriller. And part of me is scared that it's not going to be as shocking or impactful to me anymore because I am a seasoned thriller reader at this point. I don't know. I mean, have you read this? Like, is the plot twist that shocking? Am I going to be fazed by this when I read it? Because now I'm just afraid I'm going to be disappointed because everyone that I know hypes up this particular plot twist so much that I think that's why I haven't read it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm saving it for, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But I have added it. I think it's in my 23 to read in 23. And if you guys know, I continue those. So it's that now became my third time's a charm or something on my reading journal. But this has been there forever. And I just haven't read it. And I know this is super popular. So let me know. I'm curious about this one. Let me know what you think. So number 5 is a book a friend recommended that you haven't read yet. And this is actually one that I can't believe I haven't read this yet. But several of my friends have recommended this to me, and I know it has so many elements of things that I love that I have no idea why I haven't read it yet. I think I added it to my 24 to read in 24. I'm telling you, I actively try to read a lot of these books. Like, I add them to those lists, and something just happens that I think they want to remain unread. I don't know what it is, but anywho, that book is The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. And I love the concept of this, the little bit that I do know, which is, it has to do with a woman who's like depressed, and she kind of is searching desperately for a reason to keep living and struggling to find that. And I think they play with time and space here. I think, like, something like that. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure, but I think that's what it deals with. But a bunch of my friends have told me that I should read this, that I'm really gonna love this. I purchased it upon it first being released. This is a book that I was eagerly wanting to read. Everyone tells me I'll like it, and yeah, it's been on my list for a while because I feel like I'll get to it later, and I just don't seem to get to it. So question number 6 is a book you are procrastinating on. So I think this question to me is more like I'm purposely avoiding reading this book. That's how I'm interpreting the question. Let me know if you interpret it like this too. But I think this is a book that purposely I haven't read. And I have the perfect book. I know exactly. When I saw that prompt, I was like, I know this is the book I need to talk to you about, because this is a book that I think I'm going to love, but I'm petrified of reading it. I'm petrified of the reading experience for this book. And, I want you to play like a little guessing game. If you're into horror, right? And this is a book that is so loved by members of the horror community. This is a book that people just say is like incredible. It's been on my TBR for years, and I'm just so scared of the reading experience for this. I think I don't want to give up on it, start it and then give up. So I'm just petrified. I'm not ready to start this. And yeah, that book is House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. This, I'm sure most of you know this, right? If you know horror books, or you know about books that play around with form and structure and format and stuff like that. This is so many people's obsession. I'm not even saying like their favorite book. I'm saying this is an obsession for so many people. And I'm the type that I can see myself becoming obsessed with this. Like, I can see myself, despite how heavy this is, it's incredibly heavy, by the way. I see myself carrying this everywhere I go. I see myself poring over it with like post-it notes everywhere and highlighters and color coordinated tabs, and pretty much losing my mind with this book. I'm intimidated by it. I don't even know like how I'm supposed to read this. I've done my research, okay? I've done my research. I know people say you read just the regular writing first and you leave the annotations for the second time, or the footnotes for the second time. I mean, I've done a lot of research as to how you should read this, because apparently there's a way of reading it. And I'm just petrified. I'm super scared of getting overwhelmed, of, I don't know. And it's supposed to be a masterpiece. And I know very little, but I know enough. I know that we are following. I mean, look at this, guys. I believe these parts you have to, if I'm not mistaken, go up against a mirror, because they're like written in like mirror image or something. I don't know if those are the parts, but you have to read through the mirror. But I know it's about a man. I know it's a story within a story within a story, right? Something like that. And I know it deals with like a haunted house in a very loose definition of what we would call a haunted house. And then it's a man writing about the man in the house, something like that. Like, one of those things. And yeah, I'm just, I don't know what else to say about this. I'd love for you in the comments below to tell me if you've read House of Leaves. What was your reading experience like? What do you know of it? Like, how much time do I need to dedicate to reading this? Like, is this something I can read like in a week, reading like an hour or two a night? Or is this like a more complex, convoluted endeavor? Like, how much time do I need for this? Let me know. And yeah, if not, I think, guys, this is gonna stay on my shelf, like, as a, to be read later for a long time. So I need some motivation to bump this up a little bit and be brave enough to start reading it. So looking forward to what you have to say about that. Question number 7 is the next best book on your TBR. So I'm guessing, or what I'm interpreting by this, is 2 books that are on my shelves that I feel I'm gonna love. That could be my next 5 stars. So these are kind of 5-star predictions. Books that I'm gonna regret having waited this long to have read. Insta favorites. I picked 2. I couldn't commit to just one. So the first one that I think I'm gonna have that experience with is The Appeal by Janice Hallett. And the crazy part, guys, is that I have all of this woman's books. Like, I think I have them all. And I'm so confident that her mixed media type of writing is something I'm totally going to love, because that's something that I like. Messages and emails and documents and excerpts from books and Q&As. I can't wait to dive into this. And I believe she's like a modern day Christie. And, you know, so many people that I follow on BookTube love her and talk about how good her books are. And I know she's going to be a favorite author. And I just need to sit down and actually read this. So that's what I think is going to be one of my favorites if I actually get to reading them. And then the next one, or the last one I want to talk to you about, is Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. Please explain to me why I haven't read this yet. This is such a book for me. This has the Clue vibes. This is super meta. It breaks the fourth wall. It's kind of funny. It has like a little riddle or a game. It has the tropes of my brother, my stepsister, like the different characters. Have I killed someone? Yes, I have. Who was it? Let's get started. I mean, hello? I want to read it right now. Like, I want to turn off my camera, say goodbye to you guys, right? And start reading it. But I just don't. I don't know why. And this could totally be a favorite of mine. So there you have it, guys. These are some books that I feel I should stop saying I'll get to them later. Like, there's no more later. The time is now. I will get to them this month. I will add them to my TBR. And I think I'm actually going to do that. And you can hold me accountable. Let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and add at least one a month for the next few months, right? So I talked to you about 8 books, 7 books. Starting next month, for my next month TBR, for my June TBR, I'm going to add at least one of them. And I'm going to do that until I finish all of them. And then I will be very proud to have done that. And I can just repeat this tag again and pick more books and do it again. And maybe this tag is what's actually going to get me to read these books and stop saving them for a later date. And yeah, that's the last question pretty much, because question 8 is to tag people. So I'll go ahead and tag some BookTube friends, but I'm kind of late on this trend and this little tag. I feel like all my friends have either done it or they've tagged me or they've tagged each other, but I'll still tag a few people that I don't think have done it yet. And I'll go ahead and put those in the description box below. As always, if you're watching this tag and you feel inspired to do it, consider yourself tagged by me. Please tag me back in your video. I would love to see your video and see how you answered these or what books are on your TBR. Tell me a little bit about these books that I'll read later. Have you read them already? Are they worth it? Were they great? What were your reading experiences like? Let me know in the comments down below. Once again, thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Michelle, for tagging me in this video. I got to it. And thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking this video. Please subscribe to my channel. A lot of my viewers are not my subscribers, which is interesting. It really does help. Please consider subscribing so you can continue keeping up with my videos and I can continue making videos for you. It means a lot to me. So on that note, have a wonderful, wonderful day, guys. See you later. Bye.